In the Vampirella series, we find Major Aikman as he stands with Officer Mulligan and Officer O'Hare as they get ready to ethnically cleanse the town of Nowheresville that just so happens to be a town full of vampires. But in Nowheresville, in the hospital, Vampirella sits with a little boy named Jason. See, Vampirella was beating the shit out of this kid's father as she thought this was a town full of crazy vampires, but as Jason ran out to stop her, Vampirella quickly realized things weren't what they seemed. As Vampirella apologizes to Jason, the little boy tells her not to worry as he wasn't in the sun long enough to cause any permanent damage, so his eyes should grow back. But as Vampirella gets ready to leave, the mayor of the town tells her she can stay, not wanting to lose another fine-ass lady in the town. But as Vampirella's leaving, the sheriff asks where she's headed, but Vampirella tells him probably somewhere very dangerous if her past is anything to go by. Vampirella and the sheriff shake hands as the two of them go their separate ways. But some of the vampires in the town don't think they should be letting Vampirella walk free, seeing as she just walked in here and murdered half a dozen people. As the vampires wonder if they're wrong about thinking that humans and vampires will ever be able to coexist, the sheriff tells them to chill because that's very dangerous talk. As Vampirella hitches a ride with this sketchy-looking motorcyclist, he tells her that apparently law enforcement is moving in due to some kind of explosion at a petrochemical plant. Now, Vampirella thinks that's awfully suspicious, seeing as she didn't notice any petrochemical plants nearby. But as several military jets fly overhead, Vampirella comes to the grim realization that they're heading back towards the town of Nowheresville to kill all the vampires. Vampirella tosses this dude off the bike and speeds back towards the town. But back in Gentle Creek, USA, in the town of Nowheresville, the place is already under siege as several aircrafts drop bombs across the city. As the smoke clears, the ground team moves in with orders to kill any vampires they see. The soldiers fire indiscriminately as they blow up houses and even mow down kids. Some of the children manage to get away while others aren't so lucky. As Jason hides, unfortunately, his dear mother is killed right in front of him. Now, one of the soldiers grabs Jason while the other pulls out his M16 and tells him to hold the boy steady. But Vampirella arrives as she uses the front wheel of her motorcycle to violently decapitate this soldier and grab his M16. Vampirella yells to the other soldier that yes, she's a vampire, and yes, she can operate in direct sunlight, and yes, she's about to put a bullet right between his eyes. Vampirella tells Jason to stay in cover as she deals with the rest of the soldiers. But Jason tells Vampirella to look out as one of the soldiers locks onto her and fires a missile that seemingly eviscerates her. But unfortunately for that soldier, Vampirella is not dead as she appears right in front of him and looks him into the eyes and ensnares him. She then has the soldier crash his tank into Major Aikman's vehicle, sending Major Aikman flying. Major Aikman tries to retreat, but Vampirella has him cornered. But Aikman tells Vampirella to kill him because if he dies, he'll at least die a Christian while she will burn in hell. But instead of getting her hands dirty, Vampirella pulls out the little vampire boy, letting him have his way with the Major. Sometime later, Major Aikman would make it back to Officer Mulligan and Officer O'Hare. The officers informed the Major that Operation Nowheresville was almost a complete success, with 98% of the residents being killed. But as the Major retires to his quarters, the officers wonder if he looked just a little pale. As Major Aikman looks in the mirror, he notices he's still bleeding from where he was bitten by Jason. But as the Major continues to look in the mirror, his reflection slowly disappears. The Major would pull out his service weapon and splatter his brains all over the bathroom. But elsewhere, as Vampirella asks Jason if he enjoyed the blood, Jason tells her no because it was too hot and thick. He likes it better when it's refrigerated like his mom used to keep it. But as the sheriff looks over what's left of the town, he wonders why any vampire survivors would ever trust humankind again after this. But Vampirella informs him that the world can be as brilliant or as bleak as you want it to be. She goes on to state that they built a functioning community before, and she's sure they could do it again, and as far as she can see, he already has his first resident, in the form of Jason. Vampirella leaves, but she gives him a few parting words as she tells them to go change the world. The end. Thank you for watching.